And you've been friends with Mr. Wade for over 10 years, correct?
That would have been fairly accurate, yes.
And you recall communicating with Ms. Merchant about this case and about Mr. Wade and Ms. Willis's relationship, correct?
I'm going to object as to asked and answered and cumulative by all three of the previous.
Sure. We don't delay that foundation. Why don't we combine it with the next question where you've got a new point to make?
Okay. Mr. Bradley, when you communicated with Ms. Merchant, did you tell her any lies about Mr. Wade and Ms. Willis's relationship?
Did I lie to Miss?
That's a simple question, Mr. Bradley. You're a lawyer. Did you lie to Miss Merchant when you told her facts about Mr. Wade and Miss Willis's relationship?
Not that I recall. I don't recall. I mentioned earlier that I speculated on some things. I've testified to what I did know, so I can't recall whether or not No.
Mr. Bradley, speculation is kind of a weaselly lawyer word. Let's speak truth here.
Then
You're under oath.
Argumentative at this point, Your Honor. Not asking relevant questions.
Mr. Bradley.
Let's find a question, Mr. Rice.
Mr. Bradley, when you were communicating different details of the relationship between Miss Willis and Mr. Wade to Mrs. Merchant, did you lie to her about any of those details?
Objection. Asked and answered twice.
I don't think he's answered it yet.
I don't recall ever whether any of it was a lie or not.
Well,
this time, so.
At the time you were communicating with Miss Merchant, you were still friends with Mr. Wade, correct?
Yes.
And at the time you were communicating with Miss Merchant, you knew that she was talking to you in her role and capacity as an attorney in this case, correct?
Correct.
And you knew that she was going to use that information to somehow benefit and file a motion and benefit her client, correct?
I did not know that. Okay, so I did not. Well, I'm sorry.
So as an attorney yourself, you are testifying here under oath that you had no idea what Miss Merchant was going to do with all the details that you were giving her about Wade and Willis's relationship.
So at the time, no, I did not. I knew that Miss Merchant was gathering information. That is correct.
Okay. And did you lie to her when you told her that the relationship began before 2021?
I don't think we need to drill into specifics. He's covered it at a high level. I don't think we're going to get much out of this.
Okay. Mr. Bradley, isn't it true the only thing that has really changed? Well, you were speaking to Miss Merchant, whether by text or by telephone. You never said to her that I don't remember or that I'm speculating, correct?
I don't recall.
Well, you've looked through a whole lot of text messages. Do you remember ever seeing any communication from you that said, I don't remember?
Yeah, through the messages that I don't have all the messages in front of me, but no, I don't recall if I ever said I don't remember.
Do you recall seeing any text messages where you replied to her or gave her details where you said, I am speculating about this detail?
No, I never used the word speculating, no.
And the only thing that's changed between then and now is that phone call from Nathan Wade's friend, Gabe Banks, correct?
No, well, Gabe was my friend, and I actually stated that the first day that I was here was that I've known Gabe for a few years, and that we were, not were, but we are fraternity brothers. And so I never said that that anything changed behind Gabe Banks.
So you never told Miss Merchant that you were worried that they were threatening you?
Objection. Asked and answered when he was asked this on February 16th and today.
Mr. Rice, we've covered this.
And just to be clear, you didn't attend college with Mr. Banks, did you?
I did not attend college with Mr. Banks.
When you referred to him as your fraternity brother, y'all just both happened to have pledged the same fraternity, different colleges, different chapters.
Well, that's what we consider fraternity brothers, yes, sir.
And as a normal course of your relationships with your friends, do you pass on lies about your friends?
Have I passed on a lie about a friend? Is that what you're asking?
Is that something you normally do, Mr. Bradley? Do you tell lies about your friends?
Have I told lies about friends? I could have. I don't know.
Do you tell lies about your friends about a case of national importance?
Objection as to
All right, overruled.
I could have. I don't know.
Mr. Bradley, I notice you're not looking at me.
I'm looking at you on the screen only because I was accused of, and I did the same thing to Mr. Sadow when he was on the
What's
screen.
the next question, Mr. Rice?
No further questions, Judge. I think it's clear.
Thank you, sir.